Thanks for joining us on 9 News Plus. I'm Chris Bianchi. This weekend is the start of the 117th National Western Stock Show in Denver. It all kicked off on Thursday with the Stock Show Parade. And Dr. Temple Grandin, a professor at CSU, served as Grand Marshal. In addition to serving as a professor of animal science at CSU, Grandin is a prominent author and speaker on autism and animal behavior and was inducted into the National Women's Hall of Fame in 2017. 9 News' Jordan Chavez spoke to Grandin before the parade.
And Dr. Grandin, today you're the Grand Marshal. How you feeling?
Oh, it's just really exciting. Always great to be out with cattle people.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of cattle people, we know you for your success in the animal science industry. We're curious, how did you even get started in this all those years ago?
I got started writing for our state farm magazine. And I went up to the editor and I got his card and I wrote an article about my master's thesis on cattle handling and different types of squeeze chutes. Then I became livestock editor for our state farm magazine. And then I started designing facilities one small job at a time. And the way I sold my work was to show drawings that I had done and pictures of completed jobs.
Where did your interest in this come from? Who inspired you?
Well, the interest in cattle came when I visited my aunt's ranch when I was a teenager. So this brings up a really important thing about careers. Students get interested in things they get exposed to. And if I had not gone to my aunt's ranch in Arizona, I would not have gone into the cattle industry because I'm from back east originally.
In all of your accomplishments that you have on your resume, do you have one or a couple that you're most proud of?
Well, I'm very proud of some of the facilities I've designed. They're used all around the country. Worked on an auditing program for evaluating animal handling at meatpacking plants. That's worked well. But now at the age I'm at now, I want to inspire young people to grow up and get into good careers that they're really going to like. In fact, I got a new book out now called Visual Thinking, where I'm taught one of my big concerns now is skill loss. We are paying the price of taking the shop classes out of the schools.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
Yes, I would like to elaborate on that. Let's take, for example, something like a poultry processing plant or a pork processing plant. That equipment's all coming from Holland now. We used to make all that stuff here. No, we paid the price for it. There's a lot of kids that really excel at the hands-on things like shop, and they don't have an opportunity to get exposed to that. So the people I worked with on cattle handling equipment, they're retiring and they're not getting replaced. I'm very concerned about high-end skills loss in things like people to fix things, people to invent mechanical equipment.
That makes a lot of sense. I want to go back to something you said. You talked about what you want to inspire in future generations. What is the legacy you would like to leave behind and the message you have for future generations?
Well, I want to see the kids that are different get into really good careers where they can make a contribution. And in my new book, Visual Thinking, I discuss the visual thinkers like me who think in pictures. There's another kind of thinker that thinks in mathematics, and then the word thinkers. And kids that are my kind of mind are going to be good at mechanical things, animals, photography, things of this sort. And I think it's really important that the schools get kids exposed to a lot of different careers. They've taken out all these classes in some places: art, music, sewing, woodworking, home economics, welding, auto shop, because these give students an opportunity to try different things to find out if it's the right thing for them.
You said children who are different like me.
Well, I was a severely autistic kid and did not talk until age 4. I was the kind of kid that they didn't think would go anywhere.